the results are going to go up and down throughout a year. Every team's going to go through a tough time. It just so happened it happened when we left. But it's all about we're wanting to try and improve our performance, and that's what the main goal was. Let's try and improve the performance, have a good one, and the results will come.
Yeah, just for me. We kept an eye on the guys and how they were doing and the results. And it's a long season. That was our message really to the guys. And don't dwell too much. You go through skids. Even when we're here, we go through skids. And it's a part of the season, part of the game. And coming back was about just coming out and helping out and getting those 3 points.
A couple of days ago, Jeff said a couple of different times that in answer to the question of whether you guys would play, probably not. Could you just talk a little bit about what went into the decision and when you decided that you were going to play tonight?
Yeah, for me, I contacted Jeff when I landed in Atlanta, and his first words from me was there's no pressure at all to play. We want you right. We want your body right, mentally and physically. And my answer to him was, I'll let you know when I land, see how my body is. And I felt great. I let him know that, and I woke up this morning and he gave us a text and asked if we're ready to go, and both of our answers were yes.
Yeah, similar. Yesterday we talked to him, and we were, I think, hoping for like a 3-0 winning at around 60th minute and have a nice walk-off, but I told him I'd be ready for 90 if I had to go, and it was fine.
I was going to ask you, gentlemen, your World Cup experience. Now you're back here where everybody is familiar with you. But how much different does it feel in terms of recognizability now as opposed to before you went to World Cup?
Salt Lake's a soccer town, whether you like it or not, or it is, and the people recognize us when we go around town. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more outside of Salt Lake than it was before, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think we've been on the map for a while now, Real Salt Lake and the World Cup. To hear the buzz that it had back here, not only in Salt Lake but around the country, has been great. And I think we opened some eyes to some new soccer fans for sure. And I think us getting notarized or the notoriety of amongst not only the players that are on the World Cup team, but the players in Major League Soccer is going to go up for sure.
Guys, was the toll, difficult, more mentally than physically, getting back here? You're on planes for the last 2 months all over the world. What was the decision process like? Maybe if you could expound on the decision to maybe give Jeff the green light.
It was definitely a first. I've never taken an overnight flight on Wednesday, get in Thursday, and have the game Friday. So I didn't really know how I was feeling. My body felt fine, but all I did was walk around the house. So it's hard to tell how you feel. But I think Jeff wanted us to go, and I think we've been gone for a while, and we felt that we missed the guys. We missed playing in front of our home crowd, and I think that was a big part of it is we wanted to get back out there.
Yeah, for me, I haven't played a game for a while. I had a different role down there, and I wanted to get back. I've been itching to get on the field, seeing everybody play, but again, I didn't know how my body was in the field, and those flights, take the legs out of you, and I didn't know until I got onto the field, and could I have been am I 100%? Probably not 100%, but we got the win, and I think as time goes on, we're gonna get back 100% and do the right things to get our bodies right, and it was a first for me to fly overnight, and but we wanted to get back on the field.
Was this one of the more emotional nights for you guys, considering all that you've been through the last 6 or 7 weeks, to be able to come back in front of your home fans? Was it emotional, or was it just like another game for you?
Yeah, it was emotional for sure, the welcoming that we got, and we knew it was going to be, the fans here are great, and they're going to welcome us to the highest level, and getting back on that field, wearing our colors is something I've been waiting to do since I left, and happy to be here and play in front of my fans and see my kids since a month and a half. I haven't seen them, so to see them running out there, I miss that, and to being with them.
Yeah, I think there was a bit more buzz in the crowd directed towards us, but I think the excitement around the July 4th was big, and then being our first game back had a little extra bit. So it was unique, and it was fun to be a part of.
Kyle, you were part of the first 3 group games down there, and obviously you didn't play in the Belgium game. What was said to you before that game by the coaching staff, and was it a frustrating thing to kind of watch it end on the bench when you had been so integral in the earlier games?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised, and I was disappointed that I wasn't able to be out there to help the team. I guess the biggest thing I could do was just try and be a positive part for the team, and at that point, you are obviously disappointed, but you got to be a positive. You can't pout. So I tried to be as positive, get the team as best I could, get them going, be a positive person, and then be ready if I got called on. And it didn't happen, and that's just the way it is. But all I could do was control what I can control.
And I guess one follow-up to that, the last 15 minutes after Julian Green scored, was that maybe the most 13 stressful minutes of your life? Because you knew we were kind of helpless to influence the game, but you were a part of it.
It was definitely busy. Where we weren't sitting down at all, and we thought we were going to nick one at the end for sure. But yeah, I think those kind of games, when you go into extra time, it's going to go back and forth, back and forth. When we nicked that goal, I think kind of surprised Belgium a little bit and got them on their heels. And we were desperate at the end, throwing balls into the box. It wasn't pretty, but it was exciting for sure for the fans.
Did you guys talk to each other about the decision to play tonight? Did you both want to come back on the same game, or?
We talked a little bit. I mean, just kind of how you're feeling, and have you talked to Jeff, this and that. And we pretty much had the same mindset of this game, and that was we wanted to play. And that's kind of what we passed along to Jeff, and that's kind of what came back from Jeff, is pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
Last question, Sean.
You guys have both kind of had 2 seasons a little bit here, pre-Brazil, now post-Brazil. What do you take from your World Cup trip into this post-Brazil season now?
I don't know. Just the experience. I think day in, day out, we're training at a high level. Hopefully, bring that back here. We're a good team. We have good players, and just to hopefully continue to lead, be an example, and do what we've been doing. I don't think nothing has to change at all. We're the players that we are. We're the leaders that we are for a reason. But I think just the experience being there will help out a little bit.
Yeah, I think kind of what he said is I think whenever you go away with the national team, and in this case going to a World Cup, and for such a long time we were in camp, the level that you have to play at, the quickness and the speed of play is higher. And so I think whenever you come back, you're a bit sharper, and it becomes contagious to the team. So hopefully that'll continue. We'll bring back some sharpness, and we can raise the level of the team and help us build off this win and get into the second half of the season with a nice run and get into this playoffs.
Watch RSL take on LA on July 12th at 8:30 on Utah's CW30.